Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 17 here on Stappenbach. Now I'm just going to reverse this one back up here and we're going to get it loaded up. We are bouncing around all over the place with this wonderful, wonderful deep snow. There is another job that we're going to do today, but before we get started on it, I wanted to get this one loaded up and get some more food in for the cows. Because if you take a look, we haven't got a great deal here for the cows at the moment, so we need a bit more of everything going in for them. We're going to have to do quite a bit of work in order to keep those cows happy. We've only got... How many have we got? Move that around. No, you can't see the number of cows there. How many cows have we got? 75. We've only got 75 cows, and we're having to put multiple loads of that great big pecan mixer in. I mean, in part, the multiple loads is because... It's very noisy. It's because we've only got 3 days per season, and using 3 days per season, you end up having to use the same amount of food per cow per year. That doesn't change. If you use 12 days per season, or if you use 3 days per season, the amount of food consumed per cow per year doesn't change in the slightest. The only thing it does change is the amount that you're able to put into the troughs, because you can put 3 days worth of food in there. So if you've got 3 days per season, you can put an entire season's food into the feed troughs, whereas if you've got 12 days, you can only put a quarter of a season into the feed troughs. So there is no difference when it comes to actually feeding the cows between 12 days or 3 days. You don't end up like saving food or anything like that, but what you do end up doing is being able to put far more food in one single feeding session. So we are taking that into account. It does mean that we've got to do quite a bit of work, and we're not going to have to do less work with feeding the animals. The only thing that changes really is the amount of time that it takes, because you do it all in one big session instead of having to wait several days and then do a bit. And that's the bit that I'm not so keen on with the longer season times. So we'll just pop that one in there like that, because on the time-lapse map at the moment I've got 6 days per season. The last time I used seasons, which was on the Stappenbach Farm one, I used 9 days per season, and 9 days ended up being just a teensy bit too long, in my opinion. I thought that it ended up becoming a little bit of a nuisance. I mean, for some of the year it was fine, but for other chunks of the year it ended up just being sort of quickly spamming through days, and then top up the cattle, and then spam through several more days, and it sort of like spoiled the effect of it a little bit. And overall I wasn't entirely pleased with my choice there for 9 days per season, which is why I've gone for 6 days on the time lapse for this time around, and that actually seems to be working out quite nicely. You got time for a bit of rain. If it's going to rain, you've got time for that, and you can still adjust your crops accordingly. I think the Geo that I'm using, the Italian Geo, is contributing to the all of my neighbours getting... I'm not entirely sure if it's that or if it's the map creation. But the neighbours for all of the the people that own all the fields on the map, they seem to like do all of the jobs really, really early in the season, so all the harvest is completely finished by like the 2nd day of summer, and that is a little bit weird. But I don't know if that's because of the 6 days. I don't think that's the 6 days per season. I think that's more to do with the... Well, actually, at this point I'm just guessing, because I'm using an Italian Geo on it. Anyway, we're not here to talk about the time-lapse. We're here to talk about this map right here. Today we are going to we're going to put in this food. I'm going to put in a little bit of straw as well. We can't put grass in. And then once I've done that, we're going to sell a little bit of slurry. I would like to try selling some slurry. We've got quite a bit here. There's more accumulating over at the beef as well. So we've got multiple options as far as slurry is concerned. We can get a little bit of that sold. And then the other thing I'd like to do is I'd like to try and generate a little bit of income. Well, actually, no, you can't generate income. There's nowhere to sell snow. I'd like to move snow. I'd like to sort of shovel the stuff around. We've got more snow than we know what to do with here. It's incredibly thick on the ground. We've got absolutely tons of the stuff. So I thought it'd be pretty cool if we could... Well, just bring that... This is the bit where I'm going to get this one wrapped up around the edges of something. Especially today. What with the really uneven ground. Yeah, I thought it'd be pretty cool if we could do something with the snow. You know, just like shoveling it all up and stuff like that. I thought it would be fun. There. Now, I brought that one in there and it immediately shoved it over sideways and it's wedged it. Completely and totally wedged it. So I'm going to unhitch it there and I'm going to move my tractor around this side. Maybe that'll help us a little bit. That's, it slid sideways then because everything's frozen solid. So it wasn't my fault at all. It was entirely the fault of the tractor. Not the driver, just the tractor. Alright, I just want to point that out. Driver had nothing to do with that. It was entirely the tractor's fault. I'm not a poor workman. I'm not blaming my tools. I'm just saying it was the tractor's fault. Okay? I'm glad we've cleared that up. Now, let's move around here. So, my weekly question for this week, well, that bad boy is unloading there. What map do you want to go to next? Where do you want to go for the next 4 weeks? We are on our second week right here, so we got the question for a couple of weeks. And then, where do we want to go? Do we want to stay here on Stappenbach for another 4-week stint? Do we want to go to Tuscan Lands, which is an absolutely beautiful looking Italian map? We've got Old Slovenian Farm, which is a small farm, because quite a few people have been asking for small farm, at least a small farm option in the vote. And I've also been asked if I could do it kind of like the Old Farms series that I did back in FS17, where I only use old machinery. Don't use any new machinery at all. I don't know if that would be particularly popular or not. I know some people like it, but I don't know how popular it would be overall, so I'm not sure about that one. We've also got Dutch Polder, again, one that I've been asked for. I'm frequently being asked to do Dutch Polder. A lot of you really want me to do that map. It scores middle of the ground on votes, generally. I thought I'd add it in again, just to see if people wanted a change of pace. It's a very realistic map set in Holland. Surprise, surprise, you know, what with it saying Dutch and all. And how am I able to go forward over that, but I'm not able to go backwards over that? Seriously. Like, it makes no sense at all how I'm able to go forward and hook that minion weight on there, but I can't go backwards and hook the minion weight on there. So if I do that, poor little Dave, yeah, now he's hooked right through it completely. We got no hope, have we? That's just not happening. Right, Dave's gonna have to stay there. I've done that before, where I've just kind of nudged it forward a little bit, and then it's, like, gotten stuck there. And it doesn't kind of make a lot of sense as to why it gets stuck so easily. Anyway, yeah, Dutch Polder, very realistic Danish map, which does look very, very good. Just bring that one back over to the... We're going to try and drop that one there. Right. Now, getting that weight back, I don't think it's going to happen. At least not from this direction. If I go like that. Oh, no, there we go. Right, we got him. It's okay. Yeah, and the final one is Kleinhau. And I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly either. That is another one set in Germany. I've had a lot of requests for that one, and I've heard a lot of praise for that map as well. Apparently it is absolutely spectacular, really well built. And yeah, so I mean, all of these maps are really well done. I've heard lots of praise for all of the maps for various different reasons, and apparently they're really well made maps. Highly thought of by the people that play them. Look at that car. So, which do you want? Do you want to stay here on Stappenbach? Do you want to go to Tuscan Lands, the one in Italy, the Old Slovenian Farm, Dutch Polder, or Kleinhau? It's your vote. It's your game. Head into the comment section down below. Let us know which one you want and why. And of course, don't forget to actually cast your vote in the top right-hand corner. Now, I know that there is still more stuff that we need to do to the cows, although that's not too bad, actually, being filled up like that. We could do it putting a bit more straw in for them, but for now, we're just going to let them go. We're coming down here to our truck. The reason that we want to get another tanker is because I don't personally like the idea of loading slurry into, we want the custom road train pack. I don't like the idea of loading slurry into a tanker used for milk. So I'm going to get a different one. Now, do we buy or do we lease? I'm thinking buy because I'm hoping that we'll be able to pay for itself, you know, selling slurry. Now, probably we won't be able to. Now, we've got pink, hot pink as the colour for the other one, so this one's not going to be hot pink. We want something to represent slurry. I mean, I was thinking maybe we go for black, but I don't really like that idea. So let's go for a kind of a dirty brown colour, considering it's going to be slurry. And attachers, we've got we'll add a trailer hitch on there just in case. Standard wheels, we're not going to need bigger tyres or anything. And generic fuel decal, show fuel, yeah, alright, we'll just do it like that. And buy $78,000. Okay, yeah, an extra euros, not dollars. An extra 2,000 for the hitch and the paint job. That's fine. We don't mind that. There we go. Let's have a look. And we've got an all brown, a lovely dirty brown. So take this one, and we'll run back up to the farm, and we will grab some slurry. Now, I've a number of times gone and tried to sell slurry to BGA plants, and a number of times I've been completely unable to sell slurry to BGA plants because it just doesn't let me. I don't know why. You know, various different maps where it's set, you know, it's got a price there listed, and I've never been able to actually do it. So I'm hoping that this will work. I mean, if it doesn't, then we'll just bring the slurry tanker back and we will sell it, and just call it a lesson learned. Right, let's put these on high beams. I know that going along the road and blinding the other traffic with high beams is generally frowned upon, but I think we'll be alright. I think we can do it. Right, now we've got to get up through the yard and hope that we can get up through. Well, we seem to be doing alright. We say hope that we can get up through here without getting stuck, but at the moment it seems okay. The big question is, we've got snow due again tomorrow, by the look of it. Although it's saying that it's plus 5 degrees during the day, so I'm not sure if it's actually going to fall as snow or if it's going to fall as rain. I mean, it says rain on there, and this lot here was forecast as rain, but it was cold enough that it fell as snow, so we may get more snow falling. We'll have to wait and see. So we'll bring this one over to here. This is roughly the point where it's got to be loaded, and there we go. So we've now got... what do we got in here? Liquid manure. Okay, I do like the picture that's on that. That is actually quite a cool picture. Let's go around the other side, where it's hopefully in a bit more light. There we go. Liquid manure. That does look quite wonderful. I really do quite like that. Okay. That is genuinely brilliant. I didn't see that before. Right. No, it's not on the side here. We've got liquid manure there. We come round the back, okay? This is being filled with slurry, right? Now you come round the back and look at this. Caution! This trailer contains political promises. Oh, I absolutely love it. I genuinely love it. That is awesome. What an absolutely brilliant label on the back of a slurry tanker. That is fantastic. Big, massive points and praise to the people that made this tanker. That is the single most comical thing I have seen in Farming Simulator 17. That is absolutely wonderful. It is brilliant. This tanker contains political promises. That is fantastic. Oh, I love it. I genuinely love it. Political promises. That is brilliant. That's definitely got to be the title to this episode. It's got to be the title to the episode. Political promises. It's wonderful. Okay, we've got... Oh, that's great. It took me... It's not that funny, but it's It took me by surprise. So see, I genuinely didn't expect to see that on the back of there. It really did take me by surprise. I think that's just wonderful. Right, BGA Stappenbach over there is the one that we should be able to sell slurry to. And he says, yeah, there's the slurry there. BGA Stappenbach is actually the higher price of the two. So we're going to take a little mosey on over there, and we're going to see if we can do it. Now, if I remember correctly, we may actually have to buy the BGA first. If we've got to buy the BGA first, we are going to be right up the creek without the paddle. I mean, we've got the creek in the trailer here, but we don't have the paddle. The paddle being the several €100,000 we're going to need to buy the BGA plant. I don't remember. I'm not sure if we've got to buy them or not. If we do, I'm not sure where we're going to get this money from, because that's a lot more money that we're going to need. I mean, like a big chunk of extra money that we're going to need to be able to afford to buy it. We've done a little bit of silage so far in this series, but I mean, we haven't done like loads of silage. Now, if you could get out of my way, truck. Seriously, get out of the way. I have to go. Another one coming up there. You know what? You know what? It's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's their fault. I didn't want to have to do this, but I got no choice in the matter. Let's come in round there like that. And then up there. And then there's a car going to be coming up there anyway. And this isn't the road we want to be on. We want to be on the next road over. So I shouldn't have turned up here anyway. And we're kind of getting stuck. Well, no, I don't think that the tyres on the back are the wrong ones. The ones on the tanker. We've got slightly bigger tyres on the truck anyway. So we should be alright with that. We're just going to have to... It's slow going. It's because of this. It's because of the snow. It's making it really difficult to go anywhere. And this is just brilliant. I love it when you've got, like, when the game or when mods do things that are, like, completely realistic, but genuinely throw some very weird situations to you. That you... Not necessarily weird in real life, and from a simulator point of view, but weird from this game. And this is kind of weird from this game, because you don't often get snow this deep. Or at least I don't. Not on the stuff I've been doing so far. So, in order to be able to get... How do I get down to that one? Where do I go to get to that one? Go over to here. Let's zoom down here a bit. Right, well, there's the BGA. Have I got to come over that way? I'm here at the moment. Oh, I got to come out that way, I think. I think I got to go along that road, because there's no way to get to it from here. I mean, there's probably a lane on there somewhere, but yeah, I got to go there, and I got to turn off on that one in order to be able to get through here. So let us keep going. Go on a bit further, and the road is coming up. Is this the one? Oh, hang on. There's a road there, actually. Where am I looking at? Yeah, that is the one. It's the one right next to me here. This is where I got to turn. So I should have swung out round a little bit better in that. So let's take our trailer load of political promises here. And we want to head down that track down there. Hopefully we can swing in round here without too much trouble. Yep. Okay, we've managed to get to that bit. Probably would have been better if we'd established what this road looked like before all of the snow, because at the moment it's pure guesswork. And it's bad enough trying to drive along familiar roads when they're covered in snow, but when you're trying to drive along an unfamiliar road that's covered in snow, it does tend to make life somewhat tricky for you. We've got to just slowly hack our way through. Oh, hang on, look. Ah, right, there. We could have gone out along the main road, past the chapel and the graveyard there, and then come up that road. We're just taking us along, and the road goes right past the front gate. We could have done it that way. And it doesn't look like we've actually... Oh, yeah, we do. We've got to buy it. That is going to make life a little bit more difficult, because I'm pretty sure it was something like $750,000, and I don't think we can sell back anything that we've got. Like, we got fields and stuff, and I don't think we can sell those back, which is gonna mean, I mean, see how slow we're going here. This is painful. It's like really painful. Go on a little bit further. Right, let's just stop there a minute and let's go and have a look. So here's the BGA, 685,000. Good gravy, man. 685,000. Have we even got anywhere we can sell the slurry in here? This is going to be the next thing, is we're not going to have any plant that we can unload slurry at. Seems to be anything there. I mean, maybe we can unload it at one of these points here. I don't know if there's anything over here. We've got... Ah, no, here. I mean, usually this is like where you pick the slurry up from, but I reckon that we could sell it into that one, and then we buy or take the effluent away from that one there. I reckon that we can do it. And then you got one here where you tip into. So you've got to use the buckets in order to tip into. Right. 685,000. Cheap at half the price. Where are we going to get 685 grand from? That's an insane amount of money. I mean, seriously. 685. We just go to BGA over here. Where is... Let me... What is that? I do love the sound of the snow crunching underfoot. I don't know if you can hear that. This one, 625. It does sound very... I mean, it's quite realistic. That is a very realistic crunch. For those of you who don't live in snow zones, that is a very realistic crunch. I mean, I don't get much snow where I live. Not in a year. We don't get very much snow at all. And 685. This is not a great deal between. If I can afford one, I can afford the other. But we can't afford either one at the moment. I think I've maxed out my loan. And, yeah. Right, the loan has been maxed out, and we got 26 grand. 26,000, that's it. So what are we going to do? How are we going to raise the funds? We don't have anywhere else that we can go and sell slurry. Not by the look of it. It's just the two BGAs there. There's no other point where we can go and sell slurry or manure. I mean, I could put slurry on the field somewhere. I don't think there's any processing plant for it either. So... next up is, do I have a purchasable sell point of any kind, like a placeable, where I can go and sell slurry? Now, I know that I do have one somewhere in my mods, or I used to have one in my mods list, I think. But, again, I'm not entirely sure, so we may have a tanker load of slurry right here, and we may not be able to do anything with it whatsoever. Right, well, as I'm not able to do anything with it at the moment... I don't really want to return the slurry tanker because that's going to end up costing us a lot of money. Well, not a lot of money. It's going to cost us one load of slurry. I suppose, can I take it back to the farm and unload it back at the farm? I don't know if I can unload it back into the pit at the farm. I guess that's what we'll have to find. If I slowly slog my way back, we might be able to do something with that. And then... we can worry about... yeah, I know I'm driving on someone's field. At the moment, I'm not too fussed. And I don't imagine they'll be either, because everything's frozen solid, so it's not like we're making a mess or anything. I do wonder if it would be quicker if I could get out onto that road over there. And then we'll be able to head back to the farm a little bit faster. We'll see. Because this is definitely a track along here. I've just got to slowly make my way out onto that. Yeah, if I can get out onto the road, we get this one back to the yard. I'll unload this one back into the farm slurry storage, if I can. And then we'll park the trailer up, and we will use it later. I will try, not this, we won't worry about it this week. I will try, between this week and next week's episodes, to get a placeable slurry sell point of some kind. It's got to be reasonably believable. It's got to be a reasonably believable sell point of some kind that we, you know, maybe it's a special contract that we set up with a new entrepreneur in the valley or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but, you know, there are various different ways that you could do something like that, and you could actually have it work and be believable, so we'll see what we can find. it is a lot faster when you're able to go along the roads like this. So we get this one up here, and... Oop, okay. You've got to be a little bit careful about sliding around all over the place, because the snow is slippery. There is another thing that I wanted to do with the snow, but I don't think it's actually going to work in snow this deep. I don't think it's going to be... I don't think we're going to be able to do that, so we'll see. If I can unload this slurry back into the store, we will go and sell this trailer back, and we'll... so we've got that 78,000. We'll be able to use it, because we haven't had the trailer for very long. So if I bring this one over this way, it's going to let me do this. I mean, it's probably only going to be like 5 grand that we... No. Okay. That's a bit of a bust. How much do we get for it? Do we want to keep this? 68. Right, that really is a very small amount. She's about 680 for 10,000. We've got in here 10,000. We've got 60,000, so 6 times 6. We're looking at about 4,000 euros. 4 grand. I did all of this for 4 grand. I honestly thought it was more than that. I thought it'd be like 7.5 to 10 grand, and we'd do all right out of it. We got 2 loads there. So all of this work, we'd have been able to go backwards and forwards twice, really slow through this snow, and we'd have ended up with about 8,000 euros for it. Only 70,000 shy of paying for the trailer. I mean, it's a no-brainer, really. We'd have made millions, I tell you. Okay, so maybe it doesn't actually seem to be worth it with the trailer. I mean, I'd really like to keep our trailer load of political promises, because that's just brilliant. I love it. I'm going to have this out more often. We're going to have this political promises thing hanging around our farm far more frequently, just because, yeah, it's awesome. It's absolutely fantastic, and I love it. We'll get this one over there, get it unloaded. This is gonna take a while, isn't it? This is actually going to take quite a while just to get it from here over to there. I'll get it sold back to the shop, and then what am I going to do then? We'll see. Right, let's sell this one, if I can duck in round beside it. There we go. We're going to have one last look. Look. Caution! This trailer contains political promises. Oh, it's just fantastic. Right, so we tested that one for a little while, and that didn't quite work out the way that we hoped it would. So we are needing to move on to our next little project. Now, first up, I wanted to go in here. The Lizard Road Rage is 89,000 euros. We can lease it for 7,800. It is not going to work in the snow, is it? So we're just going to buy this one. We're going to get it in white, just because we can. And there we go. Camouflage. That's what it is. Now, this one is my car that I have tweaked. It goes 322 kilometers an hour at top speed. The snow, however, is a little deep for it. So it's not going to go very far at all in snow like this. But if you've got just like one layer of snow, it goes a little bit faster. So that's not going to work. So we're going to need to sell this. So I can't even get it. I can't even drive it across the yard. It's not going anywhere, which is I do quite like that. Okay, let's go back. Let's go into our garage. We'll sell that one back a minute. So we've run our little test, and that didn't really do very well. Sell that one. Okay, and then we're going to go back into. Let's see what. No, not the AR frame mount. It's the custom road train pack over here. So we've got a bulk tipper right there. That's 40,000 litres on that one. And that's not very much, to be honest. And this one here, I think this has auto load. Yes. So the custom road train pack does have auto load. And it's also got the auto load option on the logging trailers as well, which is absolutely fantastic. So you can have a big long line of those. Really good custom road train pack there. If I haven't put the link in the description, then scream in the comment section and I'll make sure I add it in. That's usually the best way to remind me. Now, where did I want to go to? There's another one. There we want to go into tippers. That's the one that I want. And we're going to have a look through here. So we got that one there for 61,000. That is 47,000. That's 59,000. Now, I did previously have a bigger trailer, but I don't have it at the moment, which is even bigger, and it's even better. We've got that one there at 70,000, which I'd like to try, but it's really long. That's the problem. This one's a lot shorter, so it's easier to drag around the map. And I kind of want one that's going to be easier to drag around the map. I mean, that one there, it is pretty good, but it's a bit long for what we want here. So I think we'll leave that one, and we're going to try... You know what? Let's do it. Let's try this trailer here, and I'm going to lease it this time. We're going to go... We'll stick with the yellow, and I'm just going to lease it, and then we can return it back once we've finished doing our little playing. It's just that I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to return it before the 30-minute timer is up. So I figure it's probably better if we lease it, because then we're not going to lose valuable cash. We've got to slowly try and get this one back round there. Bring it this way. And I tell you what, we will start it from here. Because we're having trouble here anyway. So if I get that one onto there, and I can take the cover off like that. I'm going to bring it forward a little bit. Yeah, like that. And I'm going to back it round the corner a bit. I'm going to go to there. Right, that's where we're going to stop. I'm going to leave that one there for a minute, and then we're going to skip, hop, and jump over to here. I'm going to get this one. And this one is going to head down to the dealership down there. We're going to have a little bit of fun down in the dealership. So we're going to try moving some snow around, and we're going to use a couple of different methods. There's a few different things that we're going to use in order to move the snow around. I'm going to try this. Let me through, let me through, let me through. I'm more important than you. I can go faster on the snow as well. See? Look at that. Right. We can ignore that one. I'm going to turn the lights on. We'll be glad of these when we're in here. Oop. Okay. Nearly missed the turning there. Okay, well, technically I did miss the turning, but we won't go into the minor details. I don't think the minor details particularly matter. Now, we bring this over to here, and I reckon that first up, we want to clear a little space in front of the trailer. And what I'm... Why is it not letting me pick up snow? I should be able to shovel the snow up. Why? What? Wait a minute. I've done this plenty of times before. The bucket should let me pick the snow up, because it's snow. The trailer will take snow. Put it down there. Right, now it's picking up the snow. So why didn't it let me pick the snow up going in that way? There's got to be a reason for that. And it's got it there. Oh, hang on a minute. Right, I am sort of sliding around a little bit here. It's not the easiest one to control. We go here like this. I grab a little bit more. It may have just done it like a strange thing. Let's be honest, we do get strange things happen in this game from time to time. So, it's let me pick it up there. It might just be that it didn't like that bit of snow there. It didn't like the way that I looked at it. There's 100 reasons why it wouldn't like it. Okay, we've got one bucketful of snow into our trailer. I feel we're doing well. Now, I don't want to go down to... It's not allowing me to pick up snow there at all. The difficult thing with trying to pick stuff up with the front loader sometimes is that it doesn't always... Like, when you try to put the stuff down onto the ground, it starts to slide around quite a bit, and it can do so in a very weird way. Right. That up a bit, there. Hang on. It's not letting me pick it up at all in here. It will let me pick it up outside of here, but I'm not allowed to clear the ground inside this area. That seems a bit odd. Right, so we need to go to option 2 then, which is... Just drop that one down there a minute. And I need to check, actually, first and just see if we've got the item that I want in order to be able to do this. And I got a feeling that we don't have said item. We got that one there, but it's not that one that I'm after. It's a different machine. Nope, we don't have it. Right. Oh, hang on. Let me just... nope. I want to go into the garage. I just want to check that we're not leasing it. No, we're not. So we want to go in here. We want to go into miscellaneous, I think. Ooh. Does that one take snow? I am bitterly disappointed with that. That one doesn't take snow. Right, it takes all these other things, but you can't use it for snow. I am very disappointed with that. I mean, yeah, it's 328,000 euros, so it is probably not something that we can afford. This one takes snow. This one does. And this one here is apparently to do with soil, trees, bales, other objects. It's to do with the Seasons mod, which I've never actually looked at. So we're going to just get this one today. Scroll 1, 2, like the chainsaws. Right. Okay. We come out here. Chainsaw, and then we got that one. So, how do we use this? I've never used it before. Activate hand tool. Pressing the button. Now what's it doing? Mark next tree. I don't get what it's doing. I suppose it's not looking at soil or a bale, is it? So let's run back over... Well, I'll tell you what. Rather than running, let's do it like this, shall we? We want to go to you. That's fine. We can go like that. And we can run round this way. And we're going to go... Where is our... Oh, the bales are in there. We can go and have a look in there. We can take a look at the bales. And then see what this thing actually does. Right. We know what the chainsaw does. This one here. It's not doing anything at all. Seasons. Well, what? It says activate hand tool. It's not activating anything. Is it to do with the bales? Oh, now it's worked. Right, hay 4,000 litres. I don't get. Ah, right. I gotta hold the button until it does something. Right, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, I tried doing that before. It didn't do anything. Ah, I didn't hold it long enough. That's what we're doing. So we've got the compass point there. We've got elevation, moisture, and growth rate, I'm guessing. Let's go up into the field up here and see what this does. We've got... It's like a plane up there. I can see something there. I don't know what that is. That's something to do with the field boundary, I think. It's like a line of it all the way along. Okay, I've no idea what that is. I've never actually seen that before. It might be something to do with this machine that we've got here. There we go. Right, we got wheat in here. 0% growth, 24% moisture, I think. That would be position on the map. 35.9 meters high. 100%. I don't know what the 100% is. 100% growing? Green? I don't know. 0% moisture. Alright, that's quite interesting. So we've got our little tool there that we can use if we want to. And, yeah, well, we don't need to worry about it right now. So, next I want to go to... We've got that tractor there. I sold... Didn't I sell the other? Oh, no, I got 2 Sammy tractors, haven't I? I got this one right here, and then I got one more. And I think we're going to use the Sammy tractor for the next little job that I want to do. We're going to have to drive this down towards the dealership, and we'll actually be doing this little job in our next episode. I don't know if it's going to even work outside the dealership. It might not. It doesn't look like it's going to allow us to pick bizarre reason. I don't know what bizarre reason that would be. But yeah, it's there. Anyway, my weekly question, where do you want us to go for our next, it's our monthly question, I suppose now, technically. Where do you want us to go for the next map, for our next 4-week stint? Do you want to stay here on Stappenbach? Do you want to go to the German map of Kleinhau? Do you want to go to Dutch Polder? Do you want to go to old Slovenian Farms? Or do you want to go to Tuscan Lands? It's your vote. It's your game. Head into the comment section down below. Let us know which one you want and why. And, of course, don't forget to actually cast your vote in the top right-hand corner. Just going to unhitch this one here, and I'm going to turn round so that we got that one onto the back. And then at the beginning of the next episode, we will buy the new toy, and we will see if we can use that to load a little bit of stuff into the trailer. If not, it looks like the snow here in this yard, at least, is here to stay. So, we'll see. But anyway, if you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.